Hoi hoi folks, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name's Sean, aka Uncle Frogface, and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're not new, then welcome back. I'm very excited about today's video. So this is something I wanted to do for absolutely ages. I'm finally getting to do it. So someone once described me a long time ago as a cross between Bob Ross and a professional idiot. And I've just run with that. That's kind of who I am. It's also on all of my bios and everything. Bob Ross, professional idiot. So today I'm going to be doing a miniature master study, and yes, you've guessed it, it is a Bob Ross themed miniature master study. We are following along a Bob Ross tutorial and recreating it on this 2 by 2.5 inch canvas. So I've done a few of these, but I've never followed along a video tutorial whilst doing one. I'm also doing this in acrylic instead of oils. It's going to take me a few minutes to get everything set up, so I'm going to run through the very start of the video just to get all of my colours laid out, and then we are going to jump in. I think this is a mountain painting, but I'm not sure. I've just remembered I don't know whether I have a small palette knife. I will try and find that as well. Anyway, I'm going to get everything set up. Join me in a few seconds. Well, for you it'll be a few seconds, for me it'll be a few minutes. But yeah, I'm going to get set up and we can get stuck straight into the joy of painting with Bob Ross. Well, okay, that took a few minutes longer than expected, but I think I'm all set up now. So you'll see we have this camera on me, we have this camera on the canvas, and then Bob is just below here, so I'll be looking here as I'm painting. I do need to take out one of my hearing aids so that I can hear Bob, and I've got some headphones here. So yeah, other than that, there we go, I have all of my paints set up here. I have a bunch of tiny paint brushes, and I have, this is the smallest palette knife I have, so we'll see whether this works or not. You can see compared to the canvas just how big that is. That is absolutely ginormous. We may just use some paint brushes instead, depending on what the palette brush is used for. I'm going to pop that over to one side just in case. I've also got water and tissues and all that kind of stuff as well. So this is an old desk easel that I have, and I've just stuck this with a little bit of tack, and it's just resting on here to give it a little bit more height, and we're all in the right place. Right, so I need to rewind Bob a little bit because he started painting before all of the colours had finished, and we are going to get cracking.
I'm going to go right into a small amount of the phthalo blue.
Right, phthalo blue. Tiny little bit of phthalo blue. Tap it into the bristles. Little crisscrosses. Oh, quite sad I don't get to beat the devil out of my brushes. I'm going to try this and I'm just going to blend it out a bit.
We said we'd have a happy little cloud in this painting.
Okay, cloud. What brush am I going to use for that? I'm just going to use the same brush. Titanium white. You can do anything we want to do, so I'm going to follow some of the contours that we've already got in this. It's blended. Here we are. Blending out, right. Bob, you're so quick, Bob. Give me a chance, give me a chance. What have I got here? There we go. 3 hairs and some hair. There we go, just blend the bottoms of those. Tony, right, Bob, I just need to pause you for a second. Let's mix some paint. Right, so let's go back a little bit. Prussian blue, midnight black, and dark brown, and alizarin crimson. So a tiny roll of paint on the edge of my brush.
That's where you have to make a big decision.
Big decision,
Where does your
right.
mountain live? Maybe in our world.
Where am
our
I going to put
mountain's
my
gonna
mountain? I think, oh. So, because mine's not as wet, because I don't have the white underneath, whilst this is still fairly dry, I'm just going to take a semi-damp brush, I think. There we go. So we're adding, so this is just titanium white, and again, I feel like I need a small brush for this. What have I got? It's the smallest one I've got. Tiny. And load it up. That's... Okay, so Bob just said I need a thick paint, so I'm going to load this up. Okay, I think I'm done with my mountain, Bob. I'm quite happy with it. I'm scared though. You know what, Bob? Bob always has this this section where it's like, this is the bravery test. When's our bravery test coming? Okay, we're blending out again at the bottom. Right, let's just tap at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to tap in trees. So I, again, feel like I need a very small brush for this. Right, let's see what we've got. Let's try this one. It's got a little bit of fluff on it. A little bit of water to this, not a huge amount. This is the same mountain colour with just a little bit of added sap green. Quite a lot here. This is difficult. I'm not gonna lie. This is trying to get any kind of definition in such a small. Okay, so I've just paused for a minute because these trees are actually quite difficult at such a small scale, particularly with acrylics. So I'm just trying to build up in my own way. So I want a fairly nice separation between what I'm assuming will be reflected water and what is the trees. And of course we know this is going to be pushed in the background. You're not really going to pay too much attention to the background as the details come forward. But right, okay. So we're at that point. What are we doing now, Bob? It looks like we are going into some yellows. I think potentially a new brush is needed. So we're cutting in a waterline. So again, I don't think the palette knife is going to be the one for this. I'm going to use thin brush.
A big evergreen tree. Just start off by touching the canvas. Now just the corner of the brush.
Okay, so got a big old evergreen tree coming in now. Popping a little friend as well. Okay. Okay, so I'm naming all of my bushes as I go. This is Fred, Martha, Bob, Otis. Okay, we're going to pause for a second and hair dry just so I can get on to the next bit. Okay, ready? Sap green. A little sap green, a little bit of yellow.
All you have to do is just take the knife, scrape right through the paint.
Sticks and twigs. What have I got that I can scratch some sticks and twigs in with? A lot of paint on the brush. So just picking out little bushes now.
Allow it to get larger and larger and larger as it gets closer to you. That'll make it look like there's distance there.
Okay, so we're doing a little path. Let's clean this brush a little bit. Right, so using some dark sienna and white. Ooh, that's a nice colour. I'm leaving this fairly marbled, Bob said, so not mixing too much. And then grazing across the edge of the path. So, I use another small brush. Here we are. Okay, so doing a big bush. Big bush. I'm quickly going through all of my brushes now. Right. Let's go back to this one and give it a good clean. Right, I'm going to pause Bob just for a minute because doing bushes on such a small scale is very, very difficult. So I've laid in some colours that I want, and now I'm going to come back with some, I've got some yellow, I've got a little bit of orange as well. I'm going to attempt, or red rather, to make an orange. I'm going to attempt to add a little bit of detail. Okay, so I've just got a mechanical pencil with no lead in it, and I'm just going to attempt to scratch. There we go, lovely. Definitely easier to scratch these out when the paint's a little bit drier. Some over here as well. Let's see if I can define this little twiggy twig just a little bit more, because it's looking a little bit washed out. Not liking the roughness of this edge down here, so I'm just going to cheat this a little bit. A little bit of Van Dyke Brown down the edge, and again down here, because we're in the darkest part anyway. So we can just, there we go, and I may even come in and just add a few shadows into these bushes just to separate things out a little bit. As Bob says there are no rules, it's all happy accidents. That's where we are. That's where we're going with this one. We're going to darken one side of the path to have a little bit of a wash. I mean, Bob's already finished. Bob's moved on to the next painting by now, but I have the luxury of just adding to this. There we go, that's what I want. I'll just make this wet just so I can blend out the bottom edge with these. I feel like I'm going off-piste, but I feel like it's very much in the spirit of Bob, so I am happy with that. This bush here is very blobby, isn't it? Let's try and pull that out a little. I want to add a little green just in here. There we are. Okay, I think we can call that done. I'm going to let this dry and then I'll come back to you in just a moment. Okay, so there we are. Oh, naturally I can take these off now, I'm not looking at a screen. There we are, we have finished our little master study, and I'm actually very pleased with it. So here it is, close up, focus. There we go, so that is our little, I think this is called Distant Misty Mountains, I think that's the name of the episode. But yes, I will leave the description of the episode down below if you want to go and watch it, and I'll leave us a couple of pictures of this at the very end. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoy doing master studies anyway, but following with Bob Ross, his voice is so soothing, nice and relaxing. I didn't swear once, which is rare for me. I cut all of those out, but I swear a lot at myself when I'm painting. But yeah, this was really fun. I am considering, because I'm building up quite a collection of these little master studies now, potentially putting these on my Etsy store. So yeah, if you'd be interested in buying some of these mini master studies, leave a comment down below and let me know. And if enough of you kind of want them, then why not? I'll put them up. Anyway, as always, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and until next time, goodbye.